Hi, and welcome to Weekly Brand Tips, brought to you by Elements Brand Management. Weekly videos designed to help you to unlock your brand's potential so you can stand out from the competition and create impact. So what's the first thing you can do to begin to unlock your brand's potential? Uncover your brand's superpower. It's a great quote by Karen Bailey that says that brand purpose is your brand's superpower. And she couldn't be more right. So what is brand purpose and how do you uncover it? Well, brand purpose is your reason for being beyond making a profit. It sits at the core of everything you do as a brand. So it goes through from your vision, your mission, your values, and your positioning, right through to all of your marketing and your sort of branded collateral. It should all come from that core purpose. If you've seen Simon Sinek's talk, Start With Why, where he talks about people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Brand purpose is your brand's why. It's your business's why. So in that book, Simon Sinek goes on to talk about the idea that as humans and consumers, essentially, we buy from, or we make decisions based from the oldest part of our brain, which is the emotional part of our brain. A lot of people and a lot of brands, what they tend to do is they sell from the top part of our brain, the cortex. So that's the human part of our brain. So you have messages that are very logic heavy or very feature heavy and kind of talk directly to the human brain. Whereas our buying impulses and our decision based mechanism in our brain is actually from the animal part of our brain, which is the limbic system. What brand purpose is all about, and your why from Simon Sinek's book, essentially is talking to that emotional part of the brain, the decision making part. So people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This is brand purpose. So uncovering that is your brand's superpower. It is the driving force behind everything that you do as a brand. So let's take the superhero analogy for a second and see how the superpower for each individual superhero almost defines who they are. So if you look at each individual superhero, you'll see that they visually look different. They have different origin stories. Their powers are all different. And that gives them a unique position in their particular group, or if you take the analogy to business, the market. And it changes how they interact with the outside world. It changes their goals. It changes their character, their visual identity, kind of how they look and how they dress themselves almost in the outside world. And it's no different with brands and businesses. So brand purpose is a key to your brand's uniqueness. Similar to with the superheroes, their superpower is kind of what defines them. It's similar to brands and businesses. Your brand purpose is what defines you as a brand. So it's really important to be able to uncover that brand purpose, understand why you exist beyond making a profit. And a lot of people will say to you, well, okay, does it actually make a difference? You know, all this kind of, some people think of it as kind of fluffy kind of, you know, branding stuff. Well, essentially, yes, it does. There was a study done by Jim Stengel and Milford Brown. It's in the book Grow. And brands with purpose grew 3 times faster than those without. So it had a direct result on business growth, which is something that a lot of people don't realize. And one of the reasons that is because if you have a purpose beyond making a profit, you have a real key motivator, not only to your internal team who have an idea of what the brand stands for and where it is going, but your audience have something to connect to and something to understand about your brand that makes you stand out from everything else. Because brands that have purpose and a reason for being, they feel more rounded, they feel more 3D, they feel there's something more there, more depth to them. An audience, your audience and your consumers, your customers, find it easier to connect with that. So a quick way to begin to uncover your brand's superpower or brand purpose is to imagine that you're at a networking event and someone's come up to you and said, why does your brand name exist? Now, if we take making a profit as read, so you can't use that answer at all, imagine what your response would be. So imagine saying, our brand name exists, and whatever you answer after that is the beginnings of defining your brand purpose. If you need any more help with this, there'll be a link in the description below to a PDF that you can download, which is all about creating your brand purpose, and it gives you a bit more detail and a bit more of a framework that you can use to fill this out. But essentially, at its core, if you can answer the question, why does our brand exist? This is the beginning of your brand purpose. If you've enjoyed today's video and you'd like to see more, you can subscribe in the link below. Videos come out weekly and they're designed to unlock your brand's potential so you can stand out from the competition and create impact. Have a great week, catch up soon, and keep those brands unified.